Hey, how you doing again? Hey, I decided to go and make this a part two because you don't know it yet. Probably talk a little too long. All that stuff made this much juice. A little bit more actually. It's probably about 24 ounces. Normally I drink about 36 ounces, so I use a bigger cup. But I'm show you how orange that was. It's gorgeous, and I drank the rest and then filled up the cup. So it's a little less than I probably normally drink at a time, but it's pretty good. I had part of the problem with the UTIs. I have not been wanting to eat or drink anything, so it's been a force to make me do that. So anyways, here's what we're doing on part two. Again, day 58. There was a part one. I'm going to tell you about some videos I've been watching. All right, first one, of course, a lot of people know about, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. If you have not seen that video, please go watch it. It's really what prompted me and inspired me to feel like I could. The juice fast was something real that I'd never thought about on trying to get some weight loss, and it's been very successful for me, probably over 35 pounds. And I don't walk around like everybody else, so you know, if you're walking around, you might lose a lot more. But I know Joe and Phil did in the video. But that Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead is a great inspiration video. Get you fired up, and I've watched that. When I'm having a hard day, that's the one I go back to first. And I'm like, I know what's happening. It's no plot to it kind of thing. It's a documentary. But Joe and Phil have done a great job to inspire people. And people are fired up about doing these juice fasts. So apparently you might have seen that if you ended up here. All right, the next one I like is Forks Over Knives. Forks Over Knives is about some studies that have happened comparing our American diet to different diets around the world, of course, and then contrasting that with the medical industry of going under the knife. So you can use our forks for health. You know, it's all talking about getting health. And the problem with the medical industry is it's not really curing us. It's not making us better. So you might have a heart attack and they go through and they rip a vein out of your leg and they use it to bypass your heart and all that. But it's not curing the problem. You know, you still go eat like crap. You're going to be going through another one. And so that video is really amazing. That's what's got me thinking about the whole food diet more than like a raw or really strict vegetarian diet. Well, it is pretty much a vegetarian diet, but it includes cooked food and stuff. So I think early on I was thinking I had to go raw, but I don't think I have to do that now. I don't feel like I need to do that. And I think with the family right now and everybody's not bought into that, it's not going to work out. So I think it'd be hard for our family to give up dairy and you know, milks and cheeses and eggs and stuff. It ain't gonna happen. They haven't been too bad about the meat, but because we only meet about a couple times a week for dinner. Or they do. I just choose. But anyways, the next one was Food Inc. That's a great one about the industrial food. Just what's happened to our food, and it will scare the freaking crap out of you. It's just you'll be scared to go through the main aisles of the grocery store. You'll stay in the produce section and not go down those things, because the food is horrible for us. It has no nutrition. It says it does, but it's so depleted and it's killing us. And it worries me. And so I watched that to kind of think I got to make a change. And maybe I'm the first among my friends, but you know, if we all make those changes, it's going to make a difference. All right. So anyways, then the next one was Future of Food, which that one's kind of similar to Food Inc., as well as a video called Ingredients. So Food Inc., the Future of Food, and Ingredients, they're all pretty similar about talking about the industrial food problem that we live under today. And then it's scary to think about if something happens to our food, what's going to happen on a mass scale. So I would watch those for knowledge. I mean, the most empowering thing you have while you're doing your research and watching all these videos from me or other people is knowledge. You know, and arm yourself with knowledge and fight it, because there is everything out in the world out there that is trying to keep you from taking care of yourself. You know, they would rather have you in the hospital. They don't make money on health. So you got to take care of yourself. You're not going to get better on medicines and all that stuff. You're just killing side effects, and you're still doing the same bad thing to yourself with some of that food. So anyways, those are great videos. There they are. And then also I've been reading Michael Pollan's book, Omnivore's Dilemma. Now he's actually in a couple of those videos, and he talks I started reading this. It kept coming up. My son actually read a scholar version for like younger kids. It talks about this. I think it had a little impact on him, but not much. But the detail in this about what's going on it's very powerful. I remember when I read as a young 20-year-old Diet for a New America. And you know, you read that and you think, well, maybe it'll change or get better. It's gotten worse since Diet for a New America. I haven't read Diet for a New America in a long time, but I tell you, when I was vegetarian and struggling a little bit, and I read that, I'm like, you know, I don't need meat. That stuff is gross. But you know, things change in your life, and I've been eating meat every meal for so long. And good thing did come out of the doctor yesterday. So, anyways, that's my suggestions and great reads. And actually, there's a great book also with Paulin. This is about the problem, okay, which is daunting. I mean. But he also has one in defense of food that's more recent, and that's more about the solution. So if you can't handle the problem, I'd at least go look at the solution. But I think if you read this, watch those videos. What I did for the videos, if you don't want to go buy them, you might check your library if it has them, or say, hey, these are great, please get them in. What I did is I took the 30-day free trial at Netflix. Those are all available at Netflix along with some others. And they make a difference. Anyways, the good news from the doctor, I went in and he took my blood pressure, and I've been running high blood pressure, creeping up every time I went in there. And I'm thinking, excuse me, they told me last time I was in there, if it's still another high blood pressure, you're going on medicine. Probably, I'm like, how long? And they're like, well, probably the rest of your life. And I'm like, so that's part of my fight with that. But anyways, both of my scores, the high and low number, whatever over the other one, both of them dropped over 20 points. Now the guy told me what it was. I was like 123 over 79. He said that's in a healthy range. It's probably not super healthy, but it's below 80 on the bottom numbers, pretty good. And so within a year and a half, and probably mostly in the last 2 months, my blood pressure has gone down to safe levels. But also, I was like, what was it, you know, a year and a half ago when I was in here? I don't like going to the doctor, you can tell. But he took it was, each of the numbers was 20 or more points up. And I don't know how I got out of there last time without blood pressure medicine. Because it was like, I was like, that bad? And he goes, that's pretty bad. But they didn't have a lot of history on me about it increasingly getting bad or anything. And, you know, the truth is it's all about our diet. It's all about what I was eating, how much of it I'm eating, the crap I was eating, you know, not nourishing my body, not taking care of myself. And a lot of reasons for these videos and the reads are I want to be educated, then I can feel a little stronger about, you will get confrontation about what you're doing, and you can say, look, you know what, you can do what you want, but watch these videos and read this book. Because if you can go out, it's like Paulin said in there about once he saw what was going on with the meat industry for just cows, he said you had to pretty much go into denial about the process to justify going out and eating a burger. I mean, he tries to follow the process all the way through. And he does a great job. He's a little strong-worded and kind of a little bit of a tougher read, but more of an intellectual type, I'm guessing. But it's a great read, just a little slower read than I'm normal. And so anyways, that's where I'm at today, day 58. 2 more days, so very excited about it. It's March 1st, if that's relevant. Started back in early July, that'd be a long time, January. See, my head's not totally clear. I remember in the other video I called it an orange and carrot. But so anyways, encourage you to keep going. You know, if you watch the other videos, I've struggled. I've felt defeated and all that stuff. And one thing that really helped me the other day, I went back and I found some other videos of people that have gone through the same thing. And I realized it's part of the process. And I feel like if it's part of the process and you use it to gain knowledge about yourself and what your weaknesses are, then you can use that to make yourself successful. You can also use it to beat the crap out of yourself, which is very destructive and defeating. And so I've done that. I do that pretty well. But I can also do if I get my head straight, I am usually pretty good about letting myself be successful when I kind of focused on it a little more. Like I've got some backup knowledge and support for it, then it's easier for me to fight off those kind of temptations. So anyways, I hope you're doing great. If you're not, leave a comment. I will comment back to you. Or I also got a blog, Adventures in Fasting and Food. I usually put it in the links down below here. And, check out some other. There's a lot of days I just do a post, make some recommendations. Oh, I got one more thing. This thing is so cool. Remember I love this. I'm looking forward to when I eat food again, So anyways, in my blog, I talk about getting this, or that I ordered it. What it is, it's a reusable, sustainable lunchbox. So you're not wasting bags. And so this is from To Go-Ware. And I'll pop it apart, but it's got 2 containers. So you got this one. I don't know what the volume is, actually, but this is the larger 2-tier set. But it's pretty big size. You can fit a pretty big salad in there and put some fruit or veggies in there for lunch and stuff, which is kind of what I'm thinking. Gives you a little small one that you could put some dressing in there or something, or some crackers or something. I've been reading a lot about bentos boxes and stuff, but this thing is cool. But honestly, one thing I love about this company is the thought of being conscious. And I think that's what we're all trying to do a little bit. But they make this reusable fork, knife, and spoon, and chopsticks. Aren't those the cutest? Sorry, I sound... Anyway, they're awesome. But it always bugs me about eating with plastic forks. And they talked about in 1 year in our country that there was the lifespan of a plastic fork is about less than 3 minutes. And then we just throw it away. It's plastic petroleum product. And then, but it could wrap around the planet over 300 times. So I was so excited to get this to reuse every day. And I'm going to take it camping with me too, so I don't use that. If other people want to do it, that's their choice. But I want to do my part to contribute to my sustainability on this planet. So, but got cool chopsticks. The fork's a little squirrely, but I haven't used it because I haven't eaten with it yet. And it comes in this pouch, which all that's been used with recycled materials. I don't know what the warranties are on it, but I'm looking forward to it. So I was excited when that came. And it all goes back in this pouch. This packet, the little packet that it comes in, was actually made out of recycled bottles. And then they fabricated it into the fabric. They call it a repeat. And then it just snaps together. But, you can throw this in your purse or backpack. And you always have utensils. If you go out to eat for lunch, you can use them, wipe them off, and rinse them off real quick. And then you don't have to contribute to the problem of the stuff. And we're even thinking when we go out to eat, we don't do it very often, but use this as a take-home container. I'm going to take my tiffin here. It's called a tiffin. It's a 2-tier tiffin. They use them a lot in India and Peru. And, take it as a to-go box. And, if we eat something and we don't, they give you way too much food anyways, let's use it as a leftover container and bring it home and we can eat it the next day. So you get a little more value for your buck instead of stuffing yourself beyond belief. And so anyways, a little long-winded. That's why I made it 2 parts. Anyways, have a beautiful day. Thank you for your support. I am making it to 60, even though I don't feel 100%. I appreciate the people who are watching the videos, and those that are commenting is a few. It's been very encouraging to get me through the final stretch. So if you're watching this, hang in there, man. You can make it. If you're having trouble, send me a note or comment in the website. I think I've got an email link. I'd be happy to say, hey, this is what's working for me or not, or just say, hey, let's get up, and I'll encourage you to keep moving. And so let's be successful, let's take care of ourselves, and let's get out of this problem with the food. And it's hard, so good luck out there. Thanks. Bye.